won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't wanna fuck with me. Got the police busting at me, but they can't do nothing to the G.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Is it recording?
That camera. Step in front of the camera. Make sure.
So look right here. Is it on? Nationality. Right? So this out of it, these slides I'm gonna show y'all all this out of international law. So now we finna break it down real quick. I'm gonna show y'all, right? That watch. That when you go in more sign simple America, that ain't how you proclaim your nationality. They just supposed to teach it to you. When you go in more sign simple America, that's not how you proclaim your nationality like Noble Jew Ali was saying.
Okay.
They got law that tell you how to gain your nationality back. It's called loss of nationality. So they got a law and different laws on the international level for people who have lost their nationality. So first thing you will hear a lot of Moors, they'll say, well, our United Nations Declaration of Human Rights say everybody born had a right to a nationality and a name. Yeah, it do say that. But that ain't talking about people that lost their nationality or born without a nationality.
Like
See, they gotta remember Noble Jew Ali said what? 1779 they changed your name. You see what I'm saying? So you lost your nationality.
Okay.
So now in international law, they came up with a way dealing with people who have lost their nationality and how they go about getting it back. But the main thing of these clips I'm gonna show you out of international law is who had a power to give you your nationality back. It's not a temple. It's state. So watch. It say nationality defines the legal relationship of legal bond between the citizen national and her state based on social facts of attachment and which gives rise to the rights, duties on the part of both sides of that relationship. This chapter is interested in what nationality means as a matter of international law today, particularly with the growth in human rights, which apply in theory at least to all human beings, irrespective of their nationality. The chapter looks at two aspects of the right to a nation, to a nationality, procedural and substantive, and explains what these aspects entail. On the procedural side, this chapter examines the regulation of nationality. How is nationality determined? Who decides? Okay? So now that's one. Now watch.
I got a question for you because I did see in one of your lectures you pointed it out. Because we ain't gonna speak of the temple that I went through, but that temple that I went through to file my nationality only filed it in Cook County, and I heard you say that Cook County ain't gonna even let the state know. That's not even filing state nationality, and then even that ain't even filing for the nation, nationality for the nation, for like, you know what I'm saying, the whole United States. So mine was just filed in Cook County. The state don't know, or the whole United States don't know none of that.
Exactly.
So they just filed me in Cook County. Nobody knows but Cook County. So I was kind of, you know what I'm saying, when I heard him, he broke that down, and I was kind of glad I came over here and, you know, my nationality was filed properly.
Okay, check it out. This is very important. See, Noble Jew Ali left hints and clues, right? A lot of people ain't following the hints and clues, but watch this. I'm gonna show you. Let me break it down.
Yeah, he broke that down, man. My nationality was only filed in Cook County.
Anything I tell you, I'm always line it up for you, make it real simple so anybody can see it. You see what I'm saying? Unless they just really ain't trying to see it. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Divine Constitution and bylaws, right? So in Act 6, Noble Jew Ali say what? With us, all members must proclaim their nationality. And we teach our members their nationality and their divine creed so that they know they are not Negro, colored, black, or African American. So Moors is taking this, that they saying, okay, this is how he say you proclaim your nationality. You got to come in Moor Sign Simple and proclaim your nationality. But that's not what he's saying. He's saying if you're going to be a member of Moor Sign Simple of America, You gotta proclaim your nationality.
Right.
This is a simple statement. Yeah.
Now, you saying you gotta claim your nationality and your creed. Is that what made...
He didn't say that. He said we are teaching our people their nationality and their divine creed.
Okay, now my question.
And they must proclaim their nationality. This is what he telling me.
My question is, what they call us 3/5 human, is claiming your nationality and creed making you a whole person?
That don't even, that 3/5 stuff, that is not how that apply.
Okay.
That is misnomer. That's not how that 3/5. 3/5 is talking about the population of the people in America that was not United States citizens.
Has
It
nothing to do
wasn't
with
just
your
black
creed.
people. It was Chinese, Mexicans, Japanese, Irish, anybody that was not a true United States citizen at that time. It's not just only applying to black people. So no, that ain't, they took 2 of your fifths and all that's garbage, man. That's,
Okay.
okay. So anyway, teach. So now, after Noble Drew Ali tell you we teaching our people their nationality and their divine creed, he then tell you what you gotta do to get your nationality. He say this is a new era of time now, and all men must now proclaim a free national name in the government in which they live, right? Now pay attention. Watch this. Watch how cold Noble Drew Ali was. See, he left hints and clues. 1968, Martin Luther King, Jesse Jackson, right? Al Sharpton them. What era that was? What they call it?
Civil rights, right?
Civil rights era, right? What era you in now?
Civil rights?
They talking about civil rights right now?
No.
No, they not.
Okay, right.
They talking about human rights right now.
Oh, right.
Human rights.
Right.
So if you following the proper footsteps, like you supposed to, this is why I be telling more, stop following this to these sheiks. They can only teach you to the knowledge that they have. That's all. That's as far as they can go. And they've been in more science simple since the 70s and 60s and early 80s and all that. They can only teach you to the knowledge that was made available to them to be able to teach you. So it ain't to get mad at
This
them.
recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
It ain't to get mad at them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But you gotta start understanding. Our job is not to try to make somebody conscious. That's not the job. Your job is to make people conscious of the unconscious things that they are doing. See what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to make nobody conscious. I'm just trying to make them aware of the unconscious things they doing, going in a temple, thinking that a temple could convey nationality on you, and it cannot according to the law. No, but you at least stood on law. Law govern all events. If you want your nationality, I'm telling you how you get it. I'm showing you. And I'm showing you in Noble Drew Ali footsteps as well, because he told you this is a new era of time now, and all men must now proclaim their nationality in the government in which they live in, right? They free national name in the government in which they live. What this thing say? It say the meaning of nationality and international law in an era of human rights.
That's now.
That's now. This is the new era of time that he's talking about. In this era, we in the era of human rights. So now, if you follow his footsteps, you know you should be doing what? Reading international law. On what? Human rights.
Right.
Because this is the era you in now. And now, since you're in the era of human rights, you must now proclaim your what? Your free national name and what? The government in which you live in. It's real simple. Okay. Now, we go to the next slide.
Boy hard, ain't it? That boy hard.
Okay. Now, the International Court of Justice and the, what they say?
Not even.
Nanibam case indicated that nationality serves above all to determine the person upon whom it is conferred, enjoys the rights, and is bound by the obligations which the law of the state in question grants to or imposes on its nationals. In its most frequently cited passage as to the meaning of nationality, the International Court held that nationality is a legal bond having as its basis a social fact of Let's see if I can get the bottom of that. Mike can't see the bottom.
Okay. That don't
Okay, don't worry about
It's
it. I got
zooming.
it on the next slide.
It's zooming though.
I got it on the next slide.
It's zooming.
Let's
zoom.
go to the next one.
Yeah, you gotta take the mouse and scoot it either forward or back on a little.
Okay. Now, the 1938 Convention on the Conflict of Nationality Laws, the 1938 Conference for the Codification of International Law was convened to resolve emerging issues of dual nationality and de jure statelessness. Most of the states represented at the conference were European and American. The 1930 Convention on the Conflict of Nationality Laws was one of 4 treaties adopted. Article 1 of this convention spelled out the restrictions on state powers over nationality. It is for each state to determine under its own law who are its nationals. This law shall be recognized by other states insofar as it is consistent with international conventions, international custom, and the principles of law generally recognized with regard to nationality. So they let you know right here. State
got to determine.
State got to determine that. How they determine that? With their laws. By writing what? In their laws, who their nationals are.
Right.
And it's recognized by who? Other states. So guess what? It don't say the temple. It don't say the temple and then other states don't recognize it because the temple say you're more than
In the state.
It say the states. It don't say because you get them the nationality card that now they got their nationality. That ain't what it say. See, people keep forgetting, know what you are, a prophet. So a prophet work in the time that he's in and in the future. So if we only listen and follow his footsteps of what he's saying, you'll wake up and you'll get it. It's real simple. It's a reason he said, Moses walk around here talking about the nationality card. Oh, I got my nationality card. They don't get it yet.
It's useless.
The nationality card was to make them start thinking back then about what? Nationality.
Right.
He was planting the seed. That's why he say what? That nationality card gonna change on you overnight in your pocket. So if he's telling you it's gonna change on you overnight in your pocket, it can't be the key to your nationality today.
Right.
This common sense, not nonsense.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Real simple. The man say out his own mouth, that card gonna change on you overnight in your pocket. Why is it gonna change on you overnight in your pocket? Because it's gonna go to being what? A national identification card. Which is your state ID or your state driver's license or your state passport or whatever y'all issuing as a state though. Whatever y'all passing in y'all laws that y'all recognizing as being the identification of y'all as a nation, as a state.
Yep.
That's what's going to be recognized. Now watch. Go to the next one.
But your nationality got to be filed properly anyway, right? Whether you get that card or not. Because mine wasn't filed properly and I still had the nationality card. So what use was it?
See, I think that's why a lot of when people get caught with the nationality card, they get taken from it.
Well, that's my point. Me
But
having a
check that.
nationality card, my nationality wasn't filed properly. What use was that card? I'd have still got taken to jail.
Look. It say.
Mobile.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Me and my lady got pulled up. We was out of Moments. We got to arguing. I got out and started walking. My nationality filed properly now. I got out and started walking. When she got the BMW, I'm walking up the expressway. State trooper pulled up. He run my license. He told me to sit in the front seat with him. I'm like, oh, this is unusual. This won't happen in the hood, right? He said, sit in the front seat with me. He drove me back to my car. They drove my lady from Moments back up here. I drove back by myself. She said they put in the report that it was a white man, white woman. We're filed as white people. My right hand, bro, I'm being honest. She said They told her, she heard in the report, we are white men, white women.
It's all been.
That's because we just sent that paperwork in, like it's supposed to go. You see what I'm saying? That's why I be telling Moors, if it don't come up in their car that you a Moor, you ain't no Moor.
What police officer gonna tell you to sit in the front seat with him? We
It
ain't got to
happens
do that.
sometimes. You might get a nice.
What they-
I ain't gonna put that on the nationality.
What they do that?
But they ain't finna call you white.
Yeah, they
Ain't
called
do
us
that.
white man, white woman, and drove us all the way back.
Now this say instruments expressly adopt the principle that states have a duty to avoid legal statelessness. The primacy of state sovereignty and citizenship matters has been subject to a caveat since 1923. In an advisory opinion in the case of nationality decrees issued in Tunis and Morocco, the Permanent Court of International Justice upheld the proposition that nationality matters were, at the time, within the sole jurisdiction of a state, subject to the following qualifications. The question whether a certain matter is or is not solely within the jurisdiction of a state is an essentially relative question. It depends upon the development of international relations. Thus, in the present statute of international law, questions of nationality are in the opinion of the court and principle within the reserved domain. The PCIJ regarded state sovereignty over nationality as relative to the development of international law. The possibility that international law,
That PCIJ, Permanent Court of International Justice.
okay? So now, this is what the Permanent Court of International Justice, they talking about nationality, breaking it down. Now watch this.
That's an international justice.
Issue of human rights protection for emerging groups of stateless persons. Consequently, even though state sovereignty over citizenship matters is now subject to human rights, limits, and prohibitions against discrimination, statelessness is still with us. Statelessness traditional principles. A stateless person is a person who is not considered as a national by any state under the operation of its law, according to the definition in Article 1 of the 1954 Stateless Persons Convention. It is the codification of a traditional concept. I will use the term de jure stateless or legally stateless when referring to persons who fall within the 1954 Convention definition to differentiate them from de facto stateless, or effectively persons who fall outside such definition. A person may be de jure or de facto stateless in international law. Okay, so all these Moors run around here, they playing games. Now watch this here. It say the 1930 Hague Convention on the Conflict of Nationality Laws. Did I read this already? Let's see.
No.
Yeah, but you said the states determined under its own law who is a national. You did.
Yeah, you read that.
Okay,
You read that one.
Yep.
I read it down.
That's
just
why,
read
that's why
that.
you
You
just
just
read
got
that
off
one.
that.
You gotta go the other way.
You just got off that one.
Read that one.
That's it, bro.
No, that's it.
I got another one where they talking about government.
Bro, you know, you just went through
And
all
then-
that. You know that, right?
No, but I got another one. I gotta find it. I got another one on here that's talking about the government and the relationship. Oh, know what that is? I know what that is. Wait a minute. Yeah, let me come up out of here. That's the definition of us.
You can edit all this. You can edit all this later. I feel special. I'm gonna be in this lecture.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be talking in this lecture.
You do me a favor.
I feel special.
Edit my head out because my head was in the way. And I got up off the, hey man, you know, that's edit my
It wasn't even in there.
Yes, it was. When I got up early in the lecture, I was like, this should make sure it was the camera, you know what I'm saying? My head was off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
So edit it out, man. See the shiny ass dome, nigga.
I'm gonna show him, but that's Dre Day walking past with this motherfucking little lemon head there. You know you can still file your nationality and be a Hebrew, right?
So,
It's free.
I know.
More about it. He want the nationality papers, man. He just gotta take that creed, you gotta take that oath, that's all.
Hold on, let's see something.
You gonna be with us. We can't let you go, bro. We can't let you go, bro. Can't do it, Dre.
I hate it.
We can't let you go, Dre. You gotta be with us. You're gonna be a Hebrew Moor with us.
I am a Hebrew Moor.
File your nationality, bro. You know it's free, right?
I know it's free. I've been knowing that for a while, nigga. I did know some bullshit on the west side. I just didn't say nothing. I was like,
They fucked me out of 350.
I didn't say nothing. And I told him, you sure you got
Speak
paid?
on it.
What you was on?
Speak on it.
They fucked me
Hold
out.
on, was it Cicero?
Huh?
The what?
Speak on it.
Like to Pulaski.
Cicero.
No, this is afterwards.
Oh, when they moved from on
Yes,
Cicero.
this is
They went on
after-
Pulaski. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They tried to get me, but I was
No,
like,
they fucked me good. And I paid like 3 months, $80.
Wait. Who F you good?
Man, y'all already know.
Who
Say
F you
your
good?
name.
Sheik Walnell.
But I'm saying, what's the name of the place?
That's the Morris Council at Post.
Okay. Where it's
Got me
located?
good.
Where it's located?
It's on Pulaski.
Okay.
Hey,
So
you
you gotta,
there?
see, Moors ain't telling on these Moors that's dirty Moors.
They-
And so they get to take advantage of other Moors.
They
So you
fucked
gotta
me,
put it out
They
there.
fucked me good.
How they
And
F you?
Look, they got me out of the 350. They never filed my nationality papers correct. It was 2 mistakes in my paperwork. I asked them about the paperwork. They fixed it and made another mistake. When I told them about the mistake they made, they didn't want to file it again. They wanted me to pay another $50 to have them. She wanted me to come pick her up, take her to the downtown, give her $50 for her to refile it, and then take her back to the damn post.
And hold on, what's her name?
We're gonna leave that part out. We're gonna leave, she know who she is.
Cause she's with that nigga. But go ahead.
What's her title?
She was a Sheikist.
She's a sheep.
Yes.
So did you stay at that?
Oh no, I left from over there.
But they got your 350.
They got my
What they
350.
give you for the 350?
They gave me some papers that wasn't correctly corrected.
Nothing. What was you supposed to get?
I was supposed to get a nationality packet traveling papers that wasn't properly corrected.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna say about that. And see, this is what I be talking about, right? There's no uniformity in Moor Sign Simple America. So this man over there posing as Moor Sign Simple America, supposed to be a sheep, taking people money, not giving them what he tell them he gonna give them. He telling them he gonna give them their nationality, which ain't the correct way. He doing it no way. And then when he don't give you everything he say, ain't nobody doing nothing about it.
I'm
See,
telling you now,
this the problem in Moor
I
Signs
didn't
right
get
now.
pulled over. Police don't even pull me over now.
Look, this the problem in Moor Sign Simple America. I'm gonna tell you right now what it is. And the prophet already knew that it was gonna be this way. This is why in the Circle 7 in the Quran, he's saying all the sheiks get to do what? Make their own laws at their temples. You see what I'm saying?
They do make their own.
Because
it
he
doesn't
already
mean
knew it
it's
wasn't gonna be
right.
uniform.
That don't mean it's
Now how
right.
he knew it wasn't gonna be uniform? They was doing messed up stuff back then.
Yeah.
Think about it. They telling you the oral statement. It was a more chasing the prophet around the pool table with a knife. Think about what the prophet said.
And he ain't supposed to
He
kill
said what a surprise him is if a Moor would do right. So he already knew
we was doing wrong.
y'all ain't finna be. He was here and you still was doing stuff
It
wrong.
was hard for him to see.
So he already knew in the future you gonna continue to do wrong actions.
Can I
and
ask you
things.
this question?
Yeah.
So, the way you breaking this down, right? How many Moors do you think that are out here in this land right here that teach like you? Because I'm going to tell you something. I've been dealing with the Moors.
It ain't many, 'cause bro, they arguing with their ass.
Listen, because I remember back in 0405, me and a group of Hebrew Israelites would sat down with these Moors, and everything you saying right now, they didn't mention nothing about what you saying. They mentioned nothing. Now when he went to the west side, now I thought something was strange. You had to pay $350. Now I ain't never known for no nationality to be paid no $350. Come on, bro.
I've heard it before.
I've never heard of it.
It's not. But in due defense, I will say this.
Okay, go ahead.
The $350 was not like a charge for nationality.
Right.
That included like how much the county charged for recording.
Right.
Okay, I got you.
And along with the paying for IDs and
Okay.
identification and all,
Okay.
but the man never got no identification.
That's true.
So it wasn't that he was charging them for nationality,
Right.
but for the cost of filing it in Cook County,
footwork.
his IDs,
Right,
and
right.
then the person that's actually doing the footwork,
Okay,
which is your
okay.
expediter to go down there
Okay.
and file the paperwork and stuff.
That's
So, and you was gonna get how many IDs in total?
3.
3. So that's, if they
150.
charging $40 or $50 ID, that's $150 right there. Or $120 right
But
there.
see, there you wanted
See
me
what
to
I'm
pay you an extra 50 to come pick you up, take you downtown, give you the 50 to so you go file it again and take you back to the temple. Then I had to drive all the way back out here.
See, that's crazy. That's nuts.
So I'm saying, how many more do you think teach like you?
I mean, man, all I get is how much different
But see, bro, Cole, the person I know, Cole, is Dolo. But Dolo speak on a different aspect. It's a lot of people that hate Dolo. It's a lot of brothers that I watch his post. It's a lot of brothers that run up against him, but he ignore it. He just keep going. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to
But you do know, like in
entertain
the end times, you're gonna be standing by yourself, right? With only a handful.
No, he not.
Yes, it's with a handful of people.
Right
you
here.
know that, don't you?
It's not.
I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because most of these Moors out here, they ain't listening. What you saying right now? If I showed I showed the Moorish brother your post. He had everything disrespectful to say.
I'm with him.
But you know what?
But I'm with you though.
But let me tell you something.
Right.
And this is what I say.
Right.
As soon as I hear more trying to talk crazy about what I'm teaching, I say, okay, you teach then.
Bro, hit him with
What
the
you
law.
got to teach?
Exactly.
Bro, hit him with
You
the
see what
law.
I'm saying?
Right.
If you, I put money on this right now, man, then I'm gonna put this video up.
Right.
I don't care who you go get. You can go get Taj, you can go get Pleasant Bay, you can go get Rosati Hill, you can go get any more that you can think of that you think is strong with it.
Right.
And I guarantee you, they ain't gonna be able to stand their ground
But
because I'm
Taj ain't
talking
got
law.
nothing to do with
Now,
Yes, he
understand. Yes, he do got
Yes,
something
he
to do
do,
with it. And
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why Taj Tariq Bey got something to do with it. And I love Taj Tariq Bey.
Yeah, bro.
He's an excellent teacher. Excellent. He did his part. But his part that he doing is helpful. But it ain't the answer. See, I got answers. Bottom line, period. I got the cure. Cause I'm following the prophet. Anybody that ain't in this man's footsteps ain't got the cure. They ain't got the answer. See, I went on Taj Tariq Bey's site. I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna prove to you right now that he ain't got it. You go on Taj Tariq Bey's site right now, and he got all kind of affidavits and all kind of stuff that you can file in court, right? Right?
I seen it, yeah.
Yeah.
What you talking about? I seen it on the
That means he ain't got it. Because guess what? I ain't got no bunch of affidavits for people to file in court. I'm saying we supposed to have our own court. See the difference?
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you nothing to file in their court because I know you ain't got no business in their court.
That's the difference.
If you a state,
I see what
you
you-
don't have no business in somebody else's court.
I see
And if
what
I'm
you-
somebody that's teaching you, I'm going to teach you how to be an independent nation.
Because Taj ain't talk nothing
You see what I'm saying?
Other people
You supposed to have your own court. If you following this man right here, this man tell you stay out of the European court. So why he got all this stuff on his site for you to
Now,
file in
listen,
that
now,
court?
now listen. Now, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. What you're saying right now, you're totally going against 85% of the Muslims. Now, I agree with you because we're supposed to have our own courts. We're supposed to have our own land.
Everything.
Our own everything. And know what you
But
understand?
you already got your own land.
You got it, but what
That's
I'm simply trying to say is that, how can I put this?
We not utilizing.
We not utilizing it. And the thing about it is because of them other Moors, though.
No, listen.
Okay.
Listen. And you being an Israelite, you know this. God got everything on the time frame.
That's true. I agree.
Now I'm gonna break something down to you. I'm gonna break this down.
Go ahead.
But I'm
Man,
gonna break
we
this
right
down.
here.
I'm gonna break this down to you
We
so
right
you can
here.
understand.
Right.
And then see, I'm gonna do the math, but I'm gonna let you add it up. Watch.
Man,
Okay.
My math is
In the
hard.
Bible. In the Bible.
Let's switch fans. I think I can put a little more in my hat, man. If I get your fans, you take mine.
It ain't the fans, bro.
I think I get what
It
you
ain't the
get.
fans. Get the info.
All right,
This
listen.
info.
I ain't gonna do no math, but go ahead. You do
Okay,
it. Go
listen.
ahead, do it.
In the Bible,
Right.
we know God got everything on the time frame, right?
Right.
Okay. So Moses come off the mountain with the Ten Commandments, right?
Right. Mhm.
They got the gold calf. He throw them to break the calf in half, right?
Right.
That's representing what? The end of the age of Taurus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In the age of Taurus, the key word emphasis for the age of Taurus is I have.
Mm-hmm.
We had everything then.
Mm-hmm.
The time for us having everything
Mm-hmm.
was coming to an end.
Mm.
Okay?
I agree with that. Right.
Okay. So if you look at the zodiac,
Mm-hmm.
you got Taurus,
Mhm.
then what come after Taurus on the zodiac? Aries.
Mm-hmm.
Aries is what? A ram. This is why they showing Abraham what? He saw what? The ram.
Mm-hmm.
The ram being Aries, the age of Aries got a keyword emphasis just like the rest of the zodiac
Right,
sign.
right.
So Moses told God, give me a sign to let the Pharaoh know that I talked to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he told him what? I am.
Mm-hmm. I am that I am. Right.
I am, right? Okay, the key word emphasis for that age of Aries is I am.
I am. Right.
I am.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? After Aries comes the age of Pisces.
Mhm.
This Jesus age, Yahshua age, right?
Right.
Bam.
The fish.
The
right.
two fish, right?
Two fish, right.
So he fed the people with the two fish, right?
Right.
It's the age of Pisces.
Right.
You're going backwards.
Okay? Huh?
You're going backwards.
I am.
Mm-hmm. I'm going right in line with the zodiac.
No, he's going clockwise.
I'm going right in line with the zodiac.
It's clockwise. He's going clockwise.
Oh, okay. All
Right in line with the zodiac.
Okay.
Okay? So now, the age of Pisces is the two fish.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus fed the people with the two fish.
Mm-hmm.
But the age of Pisces got a keyword emphasis too. Guess what it is?
What?
I believe. I believe. So the age that Yahshua was here was the age of, okay, first Moses come to make you understand and know God exists.
Mm-hmm.
That he, what? I am.
I
That
am.
God exists.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Then the age of Jesus come to make you what? Believe.
Mhm.
Believe in your creator.
Mm-hmm.
That's the age of Pisces.
Okay.
So now, we in the age of what now? Aquarius.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So now Jesus, before the Last Supper, Yahshua, he tell the apostles to do what? He say, go to the city. You will see a man standing in the doorway bearing a pitcher of water.
Right.
Follow him into the house in which he entered, right?
Right.
The man bearing a pitcher of water is Aquarius all day long, right?
Mhm.
What's the key word emphasis for the age of Aquarius? For Aquarius?
Water, right? What?
I know.
Mm.
This is why I know what you at least say what?
Testing it.
Know thyself.
Right.
Right? You're in the age of knowing now.
Right.
You're coming out of the age of belief and believing.
Mm-hmm.
Because belief is weak.
It's about knowing that.
You see what I'm saying? It's about knowing right now.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is what I'm trying to tell these boys. They still talking to me about what they believe. They can't prove nothing. Show me in the law. This is what I'm telling you. If you show me in the law I'm wrong, I'll shut up. If you can't show me in the law, shut up and pay attention. Because it's time for us to go. The other key thing is, he say, follow him into the house in which he entered, right? Aquarius, right? I'm Aquarius. Yeah, I'm Aquarius. You need to follow me in the house I'm entering in, because the house I'm entering in is called statehood and nationality. Bottom line, period. If you ain't following this Aquarius into this house, a national citizenship, and understanding the law, because our God dictating this program. I don't think it's by chance that I know and explain things the way I explain it.
Right.
When I read this book, and this book is saying, hey, follow dude, Aquarius. Follow him in the house. You see what I'm saying? And then I'm an Aquarius. And you sitting here talking about, don't nobody else explain it like you. This ain't by chance.
Right.
Come on, I done walked away from, I should have been gone a long time ago. I done been in head-on collisions on Lakeshore Drive. I done been blowed up in the house before. appendix busted, had 2-3 minutes left to live, hit by a car when I was a little shorty, doing 70 miles an hour down my block of drunk.
Counterclockwise.
And I still
It's counterclockwise.
come walking right out.
It went from
Not even really back, you know what I'm saying? No broken bones or nothing.
Now,
How many
you know
people
what
you
I'm
know
saying?
been blowed up, man?
Other way.
I've been blowed up. I'm talking my whole house blew up. And I came walking out, my whole face was burnt, all my hair was burnt. No eyebrows, no mustache, no burnt. Came walking up out of there. Heard the lady say, oh my God, did he just walk out of there? The windows and stuff was blowed out across the street, front door across the street, the back door across the alley, back windows all out. The whole sides of the house blowed up. And I come up out of there. It's something I'm supposed to do. I know it. Okay? So when you start knowing your purpose and what you're supposed to do, because he sent us all here to do something. You see what I'm saying? I don't pay attention to those people they talkers. I walk it like I talk it. You see what I'm saying? Anybody don't believe, they ain't got to do nothing but get in the newspaper, they can see it. From the time I came in more Science Temple, I was on nationality, nationalism, and demonstrating. Okay? So the thing of it is when I first came in 2010, the very first oral statement that I read in Noble Drew Ali say, learn the law because you are the law.
I agree.
Okay?
Right.
I instantly got to getting into it with guess who? Not the flesh and blood, but the principalities. Okay? They came, I had a club then. They raided my club with an illegal search warrant. The police did. Come to find out, it wasn't just the police, the city police. It was the city police, it was the state police, and it was the FBI. And I didn't know it. So I get to, man, I find out the Warren Bogus, I got my feds on. I walk in the police station. When I walk in the police station, all the police get to doing this. It's like 4 or 5 of them in the lobby. They get to doing this. Man, all we did is block the street. I said, man, y'all came to my joint with this illegal search warrant. I said, I need to talk to Sergeant Taylor. They called Sergeant Taylor. Guy come in, it's a brother. I'm like, you ain't the Sergeant Taylor that was there. He like, what's going on? I'm like, y'all came to my joint with this illegal search warrant. He's like, let me see it. I showed him. He's like, oh yeah, no, this ain't no real warrant. Now keep in mind, at that time, I had a convenience store, a club, a record company, and then I had a t-shirt store, I had a cell phone store, and I had apartments in there. They broke and went in everything in the building. So they doing an exploratory search through my joint because they think I sell drugs. I don't sell dope, man. Dope selling dope for dummies. I've been stopped that a long time ago. But they thinking I sell drugs because they trying to figure out how you get all this stuff because I own the whole block out there. You see what I'm saying? He'll tell you he been there. So the thing of it is I get to get into it with them and I'm checking them. So next thing I know, here come the police. They end up taking me to jail, right? So I go to court, the judge in the courtroom, he called me up, I go up, I challenge him on jurisdiction in the door. The prosecutor like, we ready to go to trial. I tell the prosecutor, we ain't finna have no trials in this court. Only trial we're gonna have in this court is on the law and what the law is. The judge like, be quiet, both of y'all be quiet. He get to reading the stuff I put in the folder. So I ain't doing nothing but I'm making a special appearance, not a general appearance, and challenging the jurisdiction. Now I'm still green, but I've been studying the second I know what I hit and I see that oral statement, I start studying law instantly. I'm studying Renita L, Taj Tariq Bey, I'm studying the sovereign citizen people, I'm studying and I'm reading the law. Now this all in a little 6-month period, but I done got so much in me in that little 6-month period, I'm holding them at bay. You see what I'm saying? Out my head, not reading them, but out my head. So the judge like, how you plead? I say, I do not consent, waive the benefit. He said, what you say? I say, I do not consent, waive the benefit. The prosecutor's like, we ready to go to trial. I say, objection. Didn't I tell you ain't gonna be no trials in this courtroom? She look at me like, who you talking to? I'm like, I'm talking to you. So then the judge said, y'all be quiet. He get to reading the stuff I got in the folder, right? So he say, Mr. Cannon Bey. I say, yeah. He say, did you get a prosecutor them copies of this stuff you got in here? I say, no. He said, well, I'm gonna continue this. The prosecutor was like, well, first we had got into it again. Then the judge was like, didn't I tell y'all to be quiet? She like, well, Your Honor, he got a bond. She ready to say revoke his bond, take him back into custody, right? But I didn't cancel the bond with a cancellation of bond because you got 72 hours to cancel any contract. So you come back and cancel the bond within 72 hours. I don't need that and give me my money back. You know what I'm saying? Plus any interest, my money doesn't incur, right? So I'm like, I canceled that. So she looked all stupid, right? So the judge said, I told y'all to be quiet. So then the judge tell her, look, I'm gonna continue this. She like, well, we don't need number 2 weeks, we ready to go to trial. The judge say, no, I'm gonna give you a month. And you need to get your boss. Cause what I'm reading in this file, he got good grounds for a good legal argument. This on the challenge of jurisdiction. Me being a Moorish American. Okay? When I came back to court the next time, they had done changed the judge. Now it's a lady judge, a sister. A sister. Now I'm not knowing at the time, but watch how this story play out and you're going to see why I did 5 years in the Fed. So, I come in the courtroom, I'm challenging jurisdiction. Of course, that's the order of the day every day. You got to challenge the jurisdiction. So, she tell them, take me into custody. I say, objection, take me into custody for what? She don't say nothing. I'm like, take me into custody for what? She don't say nothing. It's about 8 police sitting in there, right? Brothers. Don't none of them move. I go to leave. The bailiff stuck in front of the swinging gate, right, to block me from leaving, right? I tell dude, man, you better get out of my way, man. I ain't gonna tell you no more. Get up out of my way, man. I turn back around. I say, take me into custody for what? Judge don't say nothing. So one of the police, I know him, the brother. He come over, come on, bro, be cool. Just come on, go in the back, right? And I go in the back with him. I lock myself up. Okay. See, at that time, I'm not thinking though. You see what I'm saying? I'm learning. God training me right now. I got a mission. It's something I'm supposed to do. He trained me. I'm going to show you he trained me. Watch. I go in the back. They lock me up. I get back out. Now, they charge me with a state case and send me to the state court. Because this is just a city court. She can't do nothing with me. They send me to the state court. They charge me with a felony and 2 misdemeanors. Okay? So when I go in there, same demonstration all over again. I'm challenging the jurisdiction. At that time, I was saying I was a public minister. Right? I'm a public minister for the Moorish Science Temple of America for the Moorish National Government. Right? I'm a public minister, right? Never Moorish Science Temple. Always, I'm a public minister for the Moorish National Government, right? So the judge, he questioned me for like, first the judge wasn't there. It was another judge. So she called me up. I go up. She like, okay, well, she like, I'm gonna set, she say, how do you plead guilty or not guilty? I say, I do not consent or waive benefit. So she tell me, well, I'm just gonna enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. I'm objection. You can't enter no pleas on my behalf. I just told you I do not consent and I'll waive the benefit. I don't consent to nothing you're doing in this court and I don't accept or need none of your benefits. Okay, I tell you what, I'm just going to continue this. Your judge will be here in 2 weeks. You come back to court dead. She continued. Now they holding me in custody. Come back to court. I'm sitting down. The judge come in. They all rise. I don't never stand. I stay seated, right? The sheriff go to like he finna make a move and come to me. The judge tell him, leave him alone. He all right. Judge tell him, he all right. Leave him alone. Right? I'm the only person in that sitting where everybody else standing. Everybody sit down, right? They sit down. So I'm sitting right next to the clerk. So the judge called my name. I go up. Man, this judge questioned me for 45 minutes in that courtroom. 45 minutes. He trying to get jurisdiction. I already know what he's doing. So he asked me, well, what state did you sleep in? This was his last. First was, you got any bank accounts? I'm like, no. He like, you got a social security card? No. You got a birth certificate? No. Everything, he's trying to link me with that straw. I already know the business. He's trying to get the jurisdiction, right? Second, I say, that's me. Okay. Right? I ain't going though. So he questioned me 45 minutes, a bunch of different questions, right? But I'm killing him, right? So then he say, Mr. Cannon Bey, what state was you sleeping in when you got arrested? I say, Indiana State. He threw his hands on his head like this and fell back in the chair. Okay, I'm going to continue this. Sit down. He waiting on me to say state of Indiana. I say Indiana State. I go sit down. When I go sit down, right, little old European lady, she's sitting there. She the clerk. When he called the next person up, she do like this. This me sitting right here. She do this. It's a good thing you know the difference. A lot of people don't. These jurisdictions is invisible to the eyes. You need to know and understand jurisdiction. Okay? So, the judge he called me back up. So then he like, well, I'm gonna order that you take a mental evaluation. Objection. You can't order me to take no mental evaluation. I'm like, do you have a license as a medical practitioner? If you don't have a license as a medical practitioner, you breaking the law right now. You practicing medicine without a license. He said, well, Mr. Bey, you ain't here practicing law without a license. I said, ain't nobody in here got no license to practice law. The prosecutor gonna jump up. I got a license right here. Show me a bar card. I say, man, that's a bar association card. That ain't nothing but a union dues card. It's just like a YMCA card. That ain't no license. License say license. Right. She looked at it and went and set her butt back down, right? So the judge like, okay, Mr. Cannon Bey, but I'm just gonna put in for, I say objection. I say objection for the record, objection. You can't order me to take no mental evaluation. You're like, okay, well, I'm gonna continue, you come back. So what they did was they sent 3 different doctors to come talk to me. Each time they came, I shut them all down. I'm not talking to you, I reserve all my rights, blah, 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 right? Shut them all down, right? So when I come back to court, now that day when I left, this tripped out too. The day when I left, the dude, the bailiff stud to take us back to the jail, back to the county jail, he come up to me, he say, hey, Cannon Bey. I say, yeah. He say, man, I want to shake your hand. I ain't never seen nobody do that in court before. And he shook my hand and shit, right? So we go back to the jail. So then the next time when I come to court, I found a writ of court warrant in there. Bam. So at this time, now keep in mind, I'm still learning law. I ain't all the way fully. So it's only 6 months in being a more and understanding. So he called a 30-minute recess. He tell the lawyer, man. So I hear the lawyer say, if he had talked to me, he won't tell you. He's like, man, 30-minute recess. The lawyer come over there, Miss Cannon Bey. I said, yeah. He said, can I talk to you for a minute in the back? The judge wanted me to talk to you. I said, yeah. I go in the back. God can take my life right now. The man tell me, he say, this first he started off like that. He say, how we know you are more? You got proof that you are more? I say, it ain't up to me to prove that I'm a more. It's the burden of proof lies on you to prove that I'm not, if you challenging that I'm not a woman. See what I'm saying? Burden of proof lies on him, not on me, on you. If you saying that I'm not, then you need to prove that I'm not. So then he say, he like, well, look, the judge told me to ask you, if he don't release you today, what you gonna have done to him? So now, me being a street guy, I done seen your panties. Game over with. You ain't never finna get me back on the plantation after that. It's over. It's over. From that point on, I'm off the plantation. They can't get me back. I'm gone. I'm on nationality and statehood, period. Bottom line, can't nobody tell me nothing. I ain't trying to hear. I done witnessed them fold like a pretzel. You see what I'm saying? So, me being a righteous person though, and me knowing that the other judge is the one that actually got me in there, right? I tell him, tell him I ain't gonna do nothing to him. He ain't the one that got me in here. Not thinking at the time, he got more power than the city judge. I can have him release it. You see what I'm saying? Now, he asked me this. Counseling post. He say, now he wanna let me go because he know he can't mess with me. He asked me, he say, is your counseling official gonna come? I tell a man, I have to make an excuse up for the council official not coming. I tell a man, I don't need a council official to come. I'm a public minister. I don't need no council official. I'm able to handle these matters myself. But it don't work that way. They have to turn you over to somebody in your nation. Right. Your nation's supposed to come get you.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So now, the next time I come to court, guess what happened?
He didn't show.
FBI in there. FBI take my case out of the state court. Now I'm going to the feds. Now the feds done charged me with something. Now I'm going to the feds. So when I go to the feds, they take me to the feds. When we get upstairs, the U.S. Marshals, they like, come on, we got to fingerprint you. I'm like, nah, y'all can't fingerprint me. That's a violation of my rights. They was quiet. We sat there for 15 minutes, I swear. On everything I'm telling you is all true. At any time in my life, man, the Creator could take me. We sit there 15 minutes. They quiet as church mice. Okay? So then finally I say, no, they say, one of them say, look, it's not my job to figure out if you're guilty or innocent.
Right.
All I do is take you before the judge. I just got to take your print. I said, no. We sat in there about 15 more minutes. They quiet as hell. They wasn't going to do nothing. They shook. They don't know what to do. I tell them, come on, man, I'm going to let y'all take my fingerprints. I'm just messing with y'all. So now one thing about me, I poke. I'm gonna see what you about. I'm testing as I go. I'm steady testing the path. You see what I'm saying? Just like when I had got out on bond when they charged me with the felony and 2 misdemeanors in state court, right? Now, the sheriffs was like, come on, we got to take your fingerprint. I said, y'all can't take my fingerprints. That's a violation of my rights. I'm a Moorish national. You can't take my fingerprints. It's a violation of international law. If y'all put y'all hands on me, you go get ready to be pulled before international criminal court to go to jail, right? So they never mess with me. So they come on the intercom. You gonna let us take your fingerprints? We gotta take your fingerprints. If you don't let us take your fingerprints, you know, you gonna get charged with another charge. I said, I seen the sign when I came in. It said, if we don't let you take our fingerprints, we get charged with a Class C misdemeanor. I said, charge me with it. It don't apply to me no way. They don't say nothing. So this on a Friday. Now this on a Thursday. So I'm finna put a theory. I'm finna see. I'm testing them now. I'm finna see. Because I believe if they hold you at the 96 hours, they gotta release you. If they don't process you, they're gonna have to release you, right? So I'm putting it to the test. I got to see. Because if I tell somebody this how it work, I gotta do done did it. I ain't gonna tell you this how it go if I ain't did it myself. You see what I'm saying? So the sheriff come on the thing, she say, this on, I done been there 2 days now. I still ain't gonna take my print. This on Saturday. My girl come to bomb me out. They're like, hey, Cannon Bey. I'm like, yeah. They're like, your family here to get you. Like, you gonna let us take your prints now? You don't let us take your prints, we're gonna tell them they can leave because you can't go nowhere without us giving us them prints. I say, okay, tell them they can leave then. So then they was quiet for a while, right? So then I hit the buzzer after about 5 or 10 minutes. I hit the buzzer. They're like, what's up? You ready now? I say, no, I need something to clean the toilet. I gotta use the bathroom and I need to roll the tissue. The sheriff was like, get the fuck out of here. Is you serious? I said, yeah. So my family left, went home. So the next day, the sheriff brought come on the intercom. Cannon Bey. I'm like, yeah. They're like, look, your sheet called up here. He said, go on and let us take them fingerprints because you know how to sign it anyway. So now by her saying my sheet called, now it done kind of threw me off my game plan of seeing if they hold me for the 96 hours, they're going to have to just release me. Because if they never process me in, they can't get paid. I know this already.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's a business. And they can't just hold me in that bullpen like that for that long period of time. They bogus. Because it's a county jail. They supposed to process you in. Okay? So now, so I go on and let them take my fingerprints. I sign the all rights reserved. I sign it as age away. I sign stuff all cap, all that, right? Okay, so now, the sheriff, she print out the bond slip. Tell me to sign, print right there, sign right there. I sign right there, I print right there, and I print right there. And I put agent over the top of them, right? So she look at it. She like, you know this ain't no real name and no real address. She print out another sheet right now. Keep in mind, I'm in there for a felony. She print out another paper, right? Circle phone number on it. She say, call this number in 4 to 6 weeks for your court date. If you don't call, they gonna put a warrant out for you, so make sure you call. Soon as she said, I'm saying to myself, if I call you and ask you for a court date, you supposed to give me one. I'm not finna call y'all. I done been in jail a lot of times, man.
Right.
Over my lifetime, I done been in jail a lot of times. They don't tell you no call them for no court date, for no felony. They tell you when to be there and you better be there. Again, I done pulled the covers off of them. I'm learning as I go because I'm steady poking. So what happened was, after 2 weeks, they sent a letter to my P.O. box. I get it, I hold it up, I read it in the light. It's a notice for a hearing. What they're trying to do now is get what's called services of process within a state to prove they got jurisdiction, right? I take the letter, I give it to the lady in the post office, I say, send that back, address unknown, right? She say, well, I can't do that because you got it. She said, I can put refuse. I say, okay, do that. That's a mistake. If I refused it, it show up. I got it.
You got it, right.
I should have just took it outside, put return to sender, address unknown, dropped it in the mailbox, it went back. So my brother at the time was messing with this European chick, right? Her mother was a prosecutor down there. So her mother told my brother, tell your brother they set him a court date. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I go, that's when I started going to court. That's when all the stuff happened with the state. So now when I get to the feds, after I let them fingerprint me and everything, they take me in there, the judge say, so I do my whole little spiel, you know, My name Cannon Bey. I'm a public minister of the Moorish national government. My legal status is sui juris on down the line, right? On down the line, right? So, the judge said, well, now this is the 1st of April. I'm gonna show you God talking to me, right? You working, right? Why? I went to court on the 1st of April. He said, look, I'll give you a continuance to get an attorney. I said, okay. I continue. They take me back to the jail. Now in the feds, they holding me in the county, in the city jail. At the city jail, they got a federal holding in it. And the federal holding, we eating restaurant food, we got color TV cable, we kick back, right? So I had to go back to court on the 6th of April. When I go back on the 6th of April, he said, look, I ain't gonna keep on talking to you, and I know I put my name and status on record every real. He like, I have to keep telling you, I ain't asked you for no speeches. I'm not gonna keep telling you this. He tell the prosecutor, tell him how much time you facing. Prosecutor like, you facing 20 years, right? So he like, I'm gonna give you, he like, we not gonna cross this bridge again of a bond. You getting a bond, right? So, for some reason, they took me from the city jail and sent me to a county jail. I guess they was like, oh, he eating too good down there, he cushy down there, send him to the county. So he know we not playing no game. So they sent me to the county. So when I get to the county, I call my girl. Now I'm thinking about my son, right? That he getting ready to graduate. Now he done been living with me all this time. I'm finna miss his graduation. They tell me I'm facing 20 years. So now it's really like hitting me, right? So I'm like, man, and it's the feds, right? So I'm like, man, So I call my girl. I'm like, man, I get to crying, right? I'm like, man, I don't know what to do. I'm like, this is the first time in my life I don't know what to do. I'm the go-to guy. I always know what to do. But this first time, I don't know what to do, right? So she like, stop crying. She like, we're going to get you a lawyer. I'm like, okay, yeah, give me a lawyer. So they put me in a holding cell that night. So I paced the floor all night. I'm walking back and forth all night. Back and forth. Till about 1, 2 in the morning. I lay on the bed. I fall asleep. I have a dream. In the dream, I'm in space.
Oh, shit, man. Appreciate that.
I'm in space, right? And the planet Earth, I can see planet Earth is spinning like this. Right? Now the planet Earth spinning like this, and all going around the planet Earth like this, ain't nothing but more signs and symbols. Right? The half moon, the 5 point, the 2 hands shaking, you know what I'm saying? The eye, all the sword going around like that, right? Then I see a prophet right in the middle of the earth. So the next day, I wake up, as soon as I put my feet on the floor, a sign behind the sheriff desk pop in my head. It say, officers, you must call nationals constantly. I didn't catch it at first, but it popped in my head. Behind the desk, the sheriff desk, they had a big sign. Also, you must call nationals constantly.
Right.
Okay? So I get the phone, I call my girl. No lawyer, I'm good. So they keep me in that bullpen for another night. Then they take me and put me on the deck. Now this is a big old county jail, right? When I walk in the deck, the wing, guess what I see? It's my god brother. He ain't never been locked up for nothing before. I'm like, Joe, what you doing here? What's up? Shake hands, hug. He like, yeah, man, woo. He like, look, man. He said, let me show you this. He said, when I first came in here, I grabbed the Bible, flicked it open, and this was the first thing it opened up on. This was the first thing I read, right? He showed it to me. He said, read this. I get to reading. It say, do not fear, for the devil is about to cast some of you into prison. But maintain your faith in me. No, it say, do not fear, for the devil is about to cast some of you into prison. You will have 10 days of trial and tribulation. But maintain your faith in me, and I give you the crown of life, right? Soon as I read that, it was over with. Because I knew that was for me. You see what I'm saying? Now let me show you how I knew it was for me. I went to court April 1st. I had a continuance to come back April 6th. Guess when I had to go back?
When?
April 11th, 1 day after 10 days.
Wow.
Okay? When I went back, so I took that, God telling me, when you go back to that court, stop playing. I've been grooming you for this purpose. When you go back to that court, demonstrate. So when I went back to that court, I demonstrated. Judge jumped up off the bench and ran in his chambers. It was on and popping. the battle had just begun. It was going down. So see, like a lot of Moors, they don't understand. I understand what Noble Drew Ali be talking about. Like when he say, do not ask how your salvation will be won. It'll be won in a battle that cannot be expressed in words. I understand that battle because that battle is in your mind and in your heart. And for each one of us, the battle is different. That's why it can't be explained in words.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So I fought my battle. I went through it. The prosecutor told me, the next time I came to court after that, the prosecutor told me, the judge said, tell him how much time he facing. The prosecutor like, yeah, we charging you with 5 more counts, with 5 more cases. You facing 30 to life. Now in the feds, they got a saying. They say sign and drive. Sign and ride. Okay? Basically, don't try to fight these people. Because if you try to fight them, they gonna slam you. They gonna give you as much time as they can. Okay? They don't play in the feds. It's a totally different game than state. Okay? So he say, he said, we charging you with 5 more cases. You got 18 counts in one case, and we charge you with all this, right? And he said, you facing 30 to life. Guess what I did? What? Bust up and started laughing at him now. I'm talking about loud. I bust up and started laughing. Joe, do you know that scared them people in there to death? You know why that scared them? Because they know when they can't scare you, your God with you. If you don't show them no fear, and they see you not scared, they know your God with you. Leave you alone. So when I got back to the county jail, I called my girl. I'm like, what's going on? She like, man, the prosecutor came running in the hallway like, what is he doing? What is he doing? We don't even hold people like this. We got 2 CIs, one named this and one named this. When they tell who the CIs is in their case, and I'm still appearing in front of the bond judge, they don't do that. They don't do that. They were scared. So now, they holding me in that county out there. I get tired of being in that county, bro. So I get to writing grievances. I'm telling them, look, you violate my rights. You need to contact the governor. I'm a Moorish national. I'm a public minister. Fall up under these laws and these statutes and da-da-da-da-da, right? So I filed 2 grievances. A captain come around, Cannon Bey, come out here for a minute. I want to talk to you. I go out, me and the captain talking. He like, yeah, I looked that treaty up that you're talking about. It's saying the treaty that if y'all murder one of our citizens, you got to stand trial over here. If we murder one of y'all citizens, we got to stand trial in Morocco. I say, yeah, I know what it say. I say, but what that got to do with me? I'm not in here for no murder. So he like, He say, well, let me ask you a question. I said, yeah. He say, the United States done broke a lot of treaties. What make you think they won't break yours? I say, because if they break mine, that means y'all got to get the fuck out of my country. All of y'all got to go. Because my treaty is the one that allowed you to be here in the first place. Put me back on the deck. He said, have a nice day. Put me back on the deck. The next day, they shipped me up out of there. Sent me to Kankakee County Jail. Now, they was holding me in Indiana. Sent me to Kankakee County Jail. I'm at Kankakee County Jail 3 days. They tell the feds, look, if this stuff this man talking about ain't for real, then hold him at y'all place. They send me to the federal. I go downtown to the Dirksen Center. I wanted to go there though, because the county, it ain't like the feds. Feds matter. You got mattresses, you got internet, you got 3, 4, 5 TVs, internet. Right. You got computers. You know what I'm saying? They ain't have none of that in the county. So they shipped me down there. So the marshals came down to the MCC to take me to court. When they see me, they like, how you get down here? I said, yeah, I'm down here. That's all about. Come on, let's go. Take me to court. So anyway, so that was just a long, rough battle. And then they ended up having 2 trials without me being in the courtroom. And not because I was in the court being belligerent, but because I was quoting international law in there.
They didn't want you in the court.
Okay, just like the judge one time, he like, well, Mr. Cannon Bey, I understand what you're saying, but you know, about the treaty and all that, but that would be something for a jury to decide. I say, objection. Can't no jury decide nothing to do with no treaty law or constitution law. It'd be impossible for you to bring ordinary citizens in here off the street and think that they understand treaty law. No, I object. I say, besides the fact, you know, I keep telling you, you don't have jurisdiction. Is this a court of general sessions? He like, huh? I said, is this a court of general sessions? He like, nah. I'm like, okay, well, no provisions have been made to address foreign relations and intercourt in the council of court. No jurisdiction exists. A court of general sessions congressionally sanctioned by other nations' constitutions and treaties. I say, therefore, a court with no personal jurisdiction is a court with no power to make an impersonal judgment. Pinoy versus Never, right? So I get to coming off my head, right? And then, like I'm telling you, you know, councilors and officials representing both nations and nationals present in proper persona would be proper jurisdiction. All parties will operate according to constitutional, de jure constitutional and treaty law. So he looking at me like, I thought y'all say dude off the west side with a high school education. How you know all this stuff? Because I'm in there, I'm going off the top of my head. So they like, he like, okay, continue. They continue, right? But they ended up, they had 2 trials. I had 2 trials. And the little short time I was in there, it was people that been sitting up in MCC in Federal Dirksen Center for 5 years and they had 1 trial. I done had 2 of them quick.
Without you even
See, the second trial I had, because they kept trying to make me bow down. And I wouldn't go. I stood on what the prophet was teaching me and what Allah told me to do. I stood right there. So I actually could have came home 18 months earlier. Because the judge was finna give me time to consider serve and send me home. Because the judge, he told me, one time the judge told me, he said, Mr. Cannon Bey, when this is all over, I'm looking forward to sitting down with you across the table. So then, on my sentencing day, he told me, he said, you know what, Mr. Cannon Bey, you're not somebody I would expect to see in here in front of me. You somebody that could get something done for your entire family. You somebody your entire family can depend on, you know, to get things done. This how he talking. He like, you know, to get things done. So now, I ain't no Mason, but I know he trying to,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like one time he told me, he said, look, Mr. Cannon Bey, I understand your point of view. I understand it quite well. But we just got to get through this part. He was trying to hint to me then, be cool, Joe, lay back. Because he told me this a couple of times. I got my transcript. He told me, he say, you made your record. Basically like, fall back. You made your record, Joe. You good. You made your record. I understand. You made your record. Fall back. But I'm not trusting them. You see what I'm saying? I don't trust them as far as I can see them, right? So, they ended up, they found me guilty on the first case. They ended up finding me guilty on the second case. And then the judge, he was questioning me. He said, so, Mr. Cannon Bey, you want to go to a prison close to Illinois? I looked at him and smiled. Because that's an implied contract. If I tell you I want to go to a prison close to Illinois, then I'm asking you to lock me up. No, I don't want to go to no prison close to Illinois. I want to go home. I want you to release me to my, you know what I'm saying?
Family.
Free.
Right,
You see what I'm saying? So, I ended up doing that. But the sentencing day, the second sentencing day, I ain't even go to court. I refused to go. The marshals was messed up in here. They like, now, anybody else be refusing, they dragging them up out of there. They putting the dukes on, dragging them up out of there, right? So when I come downstairs, the guards at MCC, I'm telling them, I'm not finna go to no court. They've been changing what I say in the transcripts. They've been doing all kind of bogus stuff, right? I'm not going to no court. So they like, oh, Cannon Bey, come on now, come on. We ain't got time for this morning. You know they gonna come in here and they gonna drag you and they gonna wrestle and fight you and don't even go through that. Just go to court. I'm like, I'm not going nowhere. They came in there, the marshals, they like, Mr. Cannon Bey. I said, yeah. They like, come on, you ready to go to court? I'm like, I'm not going to no court. I told y'all already. What's the point of me coming to court? Y'all changing the transcripts of what I'm saying in court. Y'all ain't listening to nothing that I'm telling y'all. Y'all gonna do what y'all wanna do anyway. I don't have to come there for that. The U.S. Marshal say, it's okay, Mr. Cannon Bey. The judge told us that if you said you didn't want to come, tell you to have a nice day, and he'll talk to you later.
Right.
They left. So I didn't go for the second sentencing. And the prosecutor, I got my sentencing memorandum. He talked about more signs simple like a dog. He said in there that I'm conveying properties to the vast estate express trust. For those who don't think the trust is real, it's real. I got the transcript. The U.S. United States prosecutor is saying it in the transcript. He conveying properties to a trust that he a beneficiary of, and we don't think it's gonna be used for the purposes of what he transferring it for, besides the Moorish Science Temple of America, it ain't no divine national movement. All this in my transcripts, in the sentencing memorandum. So this is why I be saying Moors got to get it together, man. They don't get it. When people say stuff like that, Moors supposed to fall out the woodwork and be all over them about what you mean ain't no divine national movement. Yeah, it is, right? But they looking at it from their point of view. It ain't no divine national movement because if y'all not unified, moving together, it's not a movement.
Right.
Right.
It's not a movement.
Should have been.
Y'all got to be on the same page for it to be a
clear.
movement. See, they don't get that. So when I finally go for my sentencing, this was the first sentencing because I ain't go for the second. He said, what did he say? He said, the lawyer told me, he came to see me, he said, look, just be quiet, don't say nothing. The judge gonna give you time to consider served, and you gonna go home today. But you gotta be quiet, let me do all the talking. He gonna run both of your cases concurrent. You out of here. We go in there and sit down. The judge come in, say what he say. He get to talking to the lawyer. I jump right up out the chair. Objection. This man is not my attorney. He cannot speak for me. The lawyer like, be cool, be cool. You keep on with that more stuff and that. You're gonna be doing 20, 30 years in jail. You're gonna be doing, prosecutor gonna bring these other cases and then I'm like, objection. This man not my attorney. He cannot speak for me. The judge say, I think you made a mistake with this. You got both of these cases together. I think you meant to separate these. These shouldn't be together. Then he ran my time wild. Wow. So that made me have to go do another 18 months. But I didn't care. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And in my heart, I know I supposed to when it did another 18 months because it was certain things that I learned in that 18 months of going.
Right.
And it's giving me a chance to see what they actually doing to our people, which is tampering with your mail. You're trying to mail stuff into the court, they tampering with it, they taking it, they not sending it to the court, they doing all kind of bogus stuff. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Taking stuff out of your paperwork, then sending it to the court, so you never get what you looking for. That's why we're supposed to have our own court.
So basically you knew that you were supposed to do that 18 months. It was almost kind of like a revelation. To a certain extent.
I think I got everything for a certain purpose.
So
ain't nothing by chance.
So it's almost kind of like John being on the island of Patmos when he wrote the book of Revelations. He, like they say, he knew he was supposed to go to that island in order to write the book of Revelations.
I mean, like the Bible I got that from going down there.
Right.
I wouldn't have never got that Bible. And in that Bible, it's the definition of law.
Right.
And that definition of law that's in that Bible is crucial to your understanding, which gave me a certain understanding of law and what I be telling people and how I be explaining it, because I'm reading this Bible, which is a study Bible, and it got jewels in it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Then I found the civics book when I was there, and that civic book opened me up to another point of view and aspect of it as well. Because when I read the civic book, it said your family is your race, which our people not seeing each other as what? Family. They be, I don't know that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What you mean you don't know him? Don't you see his skin? That's you. What you mean? That's your cousin. Same one rode the big wheel with you. Same one drove all the Kool-Aid and put this much back in the refrigerator. We all the same people, man. So it just gave me a whole different understanding of things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that when it did, I just kept studying, really digging and studying law. And it was a couple of attorneys that was locked up in there. And we used to go at it. I'd be showing them, there ain't no law. You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, you ask them, what Martin Luther King get hit in the head with a brick for? Your civil rights, right? They, civil rights. What you think we don't know that? Yeah. Okay. What's your civil rights? They don't have a clue. They don't have a clue. If you don't know your civil rights, how you know they ain't breaking them? You don't know them. We can leave out here right now and go downtown Chicago. Everybody our color we see, we ask them, you know your civil rights? Don't none of them know it. Don't none of them know it. They know Martin Luther King got hit in the head with a brick, so you can have them. But when you ask them what they are, they don't know them.
Right. So can I ask you, what are our civil rights?
You got Title 18, subsection 241, which is conspiracy against rights. You got Title 18, subsection 242. Then you got Title 42, 19, 80 in sequence, going all the way up to I think like Title 42, 1989, which including that is Title 42, 1983 is what allows you to bring a suit against the judge or police or whoever, okay? But 242 is the most important one, Title 18, 242, which is whoever under any colorable law, statute, ordinance, regulation, or custom willfully subject any other person in any state, territory, commonwealth, possession, or district in the deprivation of any rights, privileges, or immunities secured for him by the Constitution or the laws of the United States, or to different pains, punishments, or penalties on account of his being an alien or because of his color or race and the prescribed punishment for other citizens, shall be fined under this title and in prison not less than a year. So them your civil rights. So they letting you know in civil rights that guess what? Statutes is colorable law and it's illegal. So how can statutes be illegal and still they use them but it's not illegal? This is why you got to get the understanding of law so that you're not running around talking about, oh, they bogus, that ain't no real law. No, it is a real law. If you fall up under those statutes, then it's a law for you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what you got to get an understanding of colorable law off of colorable people.
Okay, I agree with that. So what about the Moors who teach, like Pumpkin say that, like there are Moors out here who teaching that a judge and a lawyer cannot practice law unless they are a Moor or unless they are Oskin tongue.
They not practicing law.
Okay.
They administrating.
Okay.
Ain't no judges. Ain't been no judges since 1789.
Right.
See, this is what I say. Moors be getting information, but they be having the wrong understanding about the information they get. Just like you hear a lot of people, not just Moors, but these South Sense people, they can't bring no, they can't bring a claim against a flesh and blood man and da da da. You know what I'm saying? It got to be an injured party, and if it ain't no real injured party, a flesh and blood person, then they can't charge you. They can't do this, right?
Right.
They don't know what they're talking about. That's a flat out lie.
Right.
Because they don't study law.
Okay.
And they don't have the right understanding.
Right.
Now I'll prove to you that they can. Know how come they
Well,
can?
bring it out then so we can see it. Come on.
If you fall under that jurisdiction, they can do that.
I'm finna show you why. Why it don't have to be a flesh and blood person for it to be a crime. I'm finna show you why. They got in their law, which is called the Victims Act.
Okay, I heard the Victims Act before.
Okay?
Okay.
And in the Victims Act, which is law that they wrote, guess what it says?
What it say?
Corporations.
Wow. Right. Right.
Person.
Okay. So basically,
Fictitious people.
right.
See, people don't understand law, man. This is what I'm talking about. All it takes for them to make an artificial entity a victim in a criminal case is to write it in the law that they can be. Just like they wrote in the law that they what? That they got the same rights as you got as a 14th Amendment citizen, right?
Right.
So if they showing you and telling you corporations are considered persons, and then they write it in the law that, oh yeah, under the Victims Act, oh yeah, a person can be a victim under this act. So it's law. So when you go in there talking about, oh, it's a corporation, you can't bring no charge, give me well, it gotta be a flesh and blood person, they looking at you like you stupid. Because see, and this is why I keep trying to explain to Moors and tell Moors what they don't get yet. In the Bible, God say the law is written for those that's lawless.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Moors are lawless. They're a lawless nation right now. Why? They don't write and have their own laws.
Right. Exactly.
Which makes you lawless. And which makes you out of alignment with the law of God. So if you as a nation of people are not passing and writing your own laws, then you fall under the laws of every other nation. Because you are lawless people.
So let me ask you a question. So you say in due time, right? In God's time, right? So when do you believe? Well, I mean, I know you're not. I know you can't really sit up there and give a time or a date.
Time of day for what?
My question is,
Okay, go ahead.
Wait, okay, what time?
What I'm simply trying to say is this: when do you feel that the Moorish nation will rise again.
It's already rising.
So it's already rising.
Because we done already lining everything back up with the law of God.
Okay.
That's why as a state government, being the United States of American Republic, we got what? A state constitution.
Mm-hmm.
A state constitution is what? A contract.
Contract, right.
Or a
Legal.
social contract.
Right.
Or a covenant.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
So black people, so-called black people,
Mhm.
and a lot of these African Americans that's Moorish conscious running around here, right? That's not real Moors, right?
Right.
Because they ain't did what?
The oath?
To their state government, right?
Right.
Okay? So, what this thing to cut off?
It's the question, this is the question and answer segment, bro.
Hey, yeah.
Let me cut this
We got some answers, bro. We got some answers up here. I mean, some questions.
Bulbs only have so much time anyway. Okay. So the thing of it is if you okay, the covenant
Mm-hmm.
being a social contract, being a contract, Article 1, Section 10 of the United States Constitution say no state can pass any law impairing the obligation of contracts.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So if a state can't pass a law, right,
Mhm.
then impair the obligation of a contract, then if you're really smart and you study law,
Mm-hmm.
then you understand this is one of the greatest powers that we have as what? Humans. Why do you have such great power when it comes to contracting? Remember God told Moses in the Bible, he said, you know what, man, I'm sick of them. I'm going to kill all of them and make a new nation out of you. Moses said, oh, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
You forgot the covenant you made with Abraham?
Yeah, right.
So God right then was like, what? Oh, okay, you're right. Well, go tell him I said stop that, right?
Now, I'm going to tell you this. Now, this is going on record right here. Now, there are several Moors that are actually now leaving up out of what you're talking about. Because basically when you mentioned Moses, you're talking about the Tanakh or the Hebrew Bible. They're leaving up out of the Tanakh. And a lot of them are going off into ancient Kemet. They're going off into that state. So they're leaving that law that you're talking about.
Okay, but listen.
Okay, go ahead.
And this is what I try to get people to understand.
Go ahead.
They doing that because they don't know how to read the Bible. And they sitting up talking about, oh, it's plagiarized, it's this.
Right.
Guess what?
Mhm.
None of that matter.
Mm-hmm.
None of that matter.
Right. I agree. Go
Okay?
ahead.
What you're supposed to be paying attention to is the law.
Mm-hmm.
Because the law don't change.
Right.
The law is for organization,
Mm-hmm.
structure,
Mm-hmm.
so that you live in a civilized society.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't that, oh, it wasn't never no Moses. And Abraham a fictitious person. And
Right.
wasn't no real this person, no real that. You stupid.
Mhm.
This is what I tell you. You stupid.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't what you supposed to be paying attention to,
Mhm.
if the people real or not.
Right.
If they plagiarized it, that means they got the story from another story that was this same damn story.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Guess what? They might have plagiarized or changed the people's names, but guess what?
It's still
The
the same.
law is still the same. It
Right.
still apply today.
Right.
But you not following the law.
Mm-hmm.
You got T.D. Jakes telling people what? It ain't about the law
Law.
anymore.
Exactly.
It's about grace.
Mhm.
He's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Yahshua saying out his own mouth, what? I did not come to abolish the prophets nor the law, but to fulfill.
Feel it. Exactly.
Okay,
Right.
Jesus is justice.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Jesus is, justice. What's right.
Yup,
Okay?
Jesus just-
So now, if you understand, if you read the book and you really can read the book, because
Right.
he say in the book, he placed the veil over the book and when nobody gonna understand the true meaning of the book till later.
Right.
Okay? If you really read the book and and once he revealed you the true meaning of the book, now you're gonna be able to understand it.
Right.
See, a lot of them don't understand it. And so I'm gonna tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I tell everybody.
Go ahead, bro.
If you so into your divine teachings and studies, whether it's Kemet or whatever you studying, then understand this. All them people that gravitate towards being Egyptians, guess what?
What?
They the descendants of the Egyptians.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they gravitate towards that.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell real Moors. Know how you can tell real Moor?
Turn it on.
Because we wielding that law.
I agree. Okay.
If you see somebody that's saying they're Moor and they ain't wielding that sword called the law, they ain't no real Moor.
Right.
Because Moors do what? We kept the law. We descendants of the Moabites. The Moabites is the tribe of Judah who kept what? The Torah.
Torah. Exactly. Exactly.
We the law keepers.
Exactly.
Okay? And the law writers. Because we God's government. Okay? The king is God's government. David was a king. Obadiah, all these people. This is our bloodline. So if you understand that this your bloodline, and your bloodline is these people that maintained and kept the law when the other tribes got taken off into captivity, we still kept the law. See what I'm saying? Then you can tell who Moors versus who not. Because the Moors is your bloodline and you going to gravitate towards your ancestors.
Right.
And if you're a Moor, that means you demonstrate law and standing on law.
Right.
Because that's what Moors do.
And that's why I try to explain the Moors and say, even when you take a look at today's laws that we have, it's based on the Shitar laws. Now, the Shitar laws were created by, quote unquote, Jews or Khazars, like you say, who know our history. Me and you discussed that one time. That know our histories as melanated Moors. So basically, all your laws in this country is based on Shitar laws. You know what I'm saying? So everything you basically, and the Shitar laws come out of the ancient Tanakh.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just said. So when Moors sit up there and say, well, no, I'm not gonna mess with no Tanakh. I'm not gonna mess with that. Well, bro, you got to understand, all your laws come out of that Torah.
But now, let me tell you something now.
Go ahead.
I'm going to tell you something.
Go ahead. I ain't gonna argue with you.
I know you ain't going to argue. Because what I'm going to tell you is going to be holy breath. It's going to be true.
Grape juice.
Go ahead.
And this for my Hebrew Israelite brothers, what they don't understand yet, and what they got to understand. Our Creator and our God that the Bible is talking about is not the Creator of the universe and everything.
I agree.
The God in the Bible that the Bible is talking about is the first one of us that created law to remove chaos from the society, to make things organized so people can live under the principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
Right.
This who God is. He's the law writer.
Right.
He's the first original one of us to start writing law and saying, hey, they over there taking stuff from that little old lady. They can't do that. Y'all go over there, put them sticks on.
Almost definitely.
Right? He the one that started creating order in a society and a world of chaos.
Right.
So now, Israelites, they detrimental when it comes to that Bible. They you know what I'm saying? The Bible is detrimental. So if it ain't coming out here, we don't want to hear it. Okay, well, I'm finna come out of there. Check it out. So now, in the Bible, Moses says this. He say, the God of my fathers is a man of war.
Yeah.
Okay. So he letting you know this God in this book is a man.
Exactly.
But not only that, people say, well, ain't nobody ever seen God. I can't tell.
Right.
Moses, Joshua, and 70 nobles went up and sat down and had dinner with him. What you talking about? It's saying it right here in the book. They saw him. A had dinner with him. He had on a white robe. Hair was white. Had his feet on like red.
Exactly.
Okay. But then on the next couple of pages, it tell you, yeah, Moses used to talk to God like you talk to face to face, like you talk to a friend. So if you talking to somebody face to face like you talk to a friend, they talking like how me and you talking right now.
Yeah.
So this a man.
Right.
So then it say, God tell him, my glory too great for you to look upon. When I walk past you, I'm gonna touch you, and you turn and look, you can see the back of me. If God is spirit, how can he see his back? When it's saying that his glory too great for him to look upon, it's just like the emperor in China. When they bring the emperor of China out, whole cities got to bow their head. They can't look upon him. They saying his glory too great for you to even look upon. So see, people reading this book with the wrong understanding.
We see, and I think the reason why, because we've been under Christianity for so long.
Exactly.
They got us believing that there's a spook in the sky.
Exactly. But it's not.
God ain't no spook. And I even told Hebrew, now understand, so I told him that now you gotta realize I'm Tanakh only. Now I barely deal with the New Testament because of the Piso family and all that, but I read the New Testament. You know what I'm saying? I study
You
it.
read the Quran, the Circle 7.
I've read the Quran before. I have it. I have the Circle 7 Quran. Okay. Yeah, I have it. So it's like even when I sit up there and
What
talk
about the Quran?
I have the Quran.
You read that?
Yeah, I read the Quran before. Yeah.
All the books in unison.
Yeah,
I don't know what
all
nobody's
the
talking about. All the books in unison.
All the books is in unison. And it's like I've told, Hebrew Israelites, I told them, I said, God is a man. He is a man. He is a flesh being. That's why I believe that there was a man in ancient times who wrote that book down. You know what I'm saying? And passed it along, maybe through oral
But
tradition.
see, it's funny because people be talking about they got so much understanding, right? But then they act like they don't understand, just like Noble Drew Ali prophesied and told what was gonna happen in the future.
Mm-hmm.
We had prophets back then that did the same thing and wrote them books. Even though these people did what they did, guess what? They already seen all of that too. That's why they put it in the book in a way that, guess what?
Right.
No matter what they did, the truth is still in the book, and the truth is, guess what? The law.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take the law away, man.
And
And that's all that matters.
And
So,
right.
look, so
Go ahead.
while all these Moors doing all this talking, right? To show you how I operate.
Right.
I don't care about no history. I'm tired of hearing history lessons. I know where I'm from. I know who I am. That's why I got the one-on-ones. No, Drew Ali already straightened me out on that. I don't need to hear no more history lessons. I'm tired of hearing it. I don't need to know nothing about no Egypt.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
I understand they went to Egypt, stole a lot of stuff out of that and all that. I don't care nothing about that. That don't matter. I don't need to hear nothing about no etymology and the meaning of words. You know why? Because I study law, and this is what I know by studying law. It don't matter what the definition of a word mean in etymology. If I have my own society, that word mean what I say it means. And if I write it in my law, the meaning of it in law, that's the meaning of it in my society. So I don't have to get all off into the etymology of words. Whatever I say it is. Because I'm a creator. God is inside me, and I create the meaning of words. It's just like I can create a child. I can create any meaning I want a word to mean. This is simple. Okay? So when you start elevating back to your higher principles and higher self, and you be coming back one with your creator, you begin to understand these things. See what I'm saying? So now, if you really understand these things, then you really understand that you and God is one. And how can you prove that you and God are one? It's real simple.
So how do you prove it? Tell me.
It's simple.
Tell me.
I'm finna tell you. This is how you know you and God one. Can that moon not come up at night?
No.
Can that sun not raise in the morning?
No.
Can that ocean not do what it's supposed to do? And the winter come when it's supposed to come, the summer come, and spring and fall come when it's supposed to come? Can that apple tree out there say, you know what, next summer I'm gonna grow some oranges?
No.
Everything must follow the law of God. Bottom line, period. God created it a certain way, and it must follow the law of God.
Right.
Right? So us being Muslims say what? It's the submission to the will of Allah. Well, guess what? The submission of us being Muslims to the will of Allah is to understand that we and Allah are one. And so this is how you know that we have this extreme power, because we the only creation, the only thing that God made that can say no and go against what he laid down in law. So in order for you to go against what your creator wrote in law for you not to go against, he must reside in you to give you that power and ability and that will to say, to make that decision. That this is where that free will coming in, because he's inside you. You see what I'm saying? So you got that free will to go against your God and what he said in law. That's how you know how powerful you really are. If you're strong enough to go against the will of your creator, you powerful. Because that apple tree, I'm guaranteeing you, it ain't finna grow no oranges next summer. It's gonna grow apples. That orange tree gonna grow oranges. That sun gonna come up when it's supposed to and go down when it's supposed to. That moon gonna go up when it's supposed to. Them stars gonna come out when they supposed to. Everything gonna do exactly what he laid it out to do, except for you. You have no beginning and no end.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying?
I agree.
As well as your abilities. This is why Yahshua said what? You can do what I can do and greater, man. Soon as you realize that you're not this body. Soon as you realize you're not this body, man, then you're going to start really doing what it do. You see what I'm saying? Soon as you realize you and the creator are one, you're going to start creating.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying?
I agree.
So all these more Serencetti, whatever his name is, and Polite, and all these Ali, Muhammad, and all them, guess what?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I said, I'll call them out. I'll call them out. Because
Right.
you know why? They ain't doing nothing
Right.
but this.
Yeah, I agree.
You see what I'm saying?
They just talking.
You know what I'm about?
What?
That sword. You see what I'm saying? I got answers. I ain't got no bunch of talk for you. I'm going to tell you how we're going to get on top. Bottom line, period.
Right.
It's time to go.
Right.
If you understand this book, you understand it's your time. And you can waste time running around here talking, or you can get to work and start making things materialize in your favor. And that comes from having a government. See what I'm saying? I ain't got time to teach you history. Go to Taj for that.
Yeah, they teach them a
You
lesson.
see what I'm saying? You want to hear about Egypt? Talk to Sarah Sudi Seti, whatever his name is.
Sarah Suit and Set.
Whatever, the general, whatever they call him. Talk to him. He'll teach you about Egypt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to learn how to take people money and F them out their money? Talk to Ali Muhammad. Okay?
Oh, polite.
He'll tell you how to beat people out their money. You see what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that. You want to learn how to have more than one wife? Talk to Polite. He'll teach you that. Other than that, I ain't got time for that. I'm about the nation and us being a nation state and us coming into the power.
Right.
And what I got for you is how you come into power, which is the government. You're not coming into power without no government. Bottom line, period. So if they talking about birth certificate bonds and all the other conspiracy theories and the chemtrails, man, I don't care about no chemtrails because you ain't gonna get them to stop spraying them until you got a government. Bottom line, period.
Okay.
I don't care what they ain't teaching your kids this and that in school. Guess what? It ain't gonna stop till you start teaching them yourself. Real simple. They poison us with the medicine and doing this to us in the hospital. It ain't gonna stop till you open your own hospitals.
I agree.
All this is, see, the answer is something.
There you go.
Now what you gonna do? See, we having the same problem right now that Noble Drew Ali had back then, but see, we not finna have a problem as long like he had it back then. Back then, he said it. I told them they had their own government. They ran and asked the Europeans, we got our own government? No. Oh, okay. We ain't got no government, the Prophet London. We ain't in that time no more. Now, I'm sitting here telling our people what? Man, we got our own government. Step up, take your place in the affairs of men, get in your government and start governing. That's what's up. I'm governing. I ain't trying to hear that mess. You see what I'm saying? So that's the business. That's what we supposed to be on. Nationality is the order of the day every day, but even more so, government is the order of the day every day as well. Government is what's running things. And the other governments, they ain't trying to hear what you got to say. No individual versus no nation of people. That do not work. It do not work. It would never work. You cannot be no one individual, keep going against nations or other people. It don't work that way. Either you're going to be a nation or you're going to get wiped.
I agree.
Period. Bottom line, I can create billions of jobs overnight. All we got to do is remove white supremacy. How do we remove white supremacy? By having your own government. It's over with. Because the only thing they can do to you is try to pass laws to lock you up, poison you and all the other stuff they doing. But see, all that stopped. And they can keep you on the bottom by what? Not making an economy where you can get on top.
Well, it won't benefit.
But it ain't no excuse because you got plenty of money. Don't act like you ain't got money. You spending billions every day, every year.
I agree.
As a nation though. So if you as a nation come together and put your money in your government,
Stack it.
because guess what? Nobody want to get no money to Farrakhan or no other person or this and that. Because they like, well, who gonna have the money? Your people have no trust or faith in each other.
Right.
They're not gonna do it. This is where government come into place.
Right.
Guess what? Government got it wrote out where the money going. It got it wrote out where this money going. So now if you send me money in here and then you look up and now you got 4 or 5 police cars, you see where your money going. You got marshals with badges and uniforms and guns on like everybody else got. You see where your money going. You see you got your own court built, you got a court. I ain't got no building fund. I got a court fund, so we can have our own court. You see what I'm saying? Forget the building. We can get plenty of buildings. Let's get this court together. We can get all the buildings we want. So as we get it to where we can stay out of this jail system. So you got to do the things that count. That's going to make a change in the society itself.
Right.
And the only way you're going to do anything to make a change in the society itself, you must be writing your own laws. Bottom line, period. You must create and have your own law. And the only way you're going to create and have laws and they not recognized as regulations is you got to be a state. Period. Or you could be a municipality like Morris Science Simple America. It's a municipality. But municipalities don't wield as much power as state. And that's what they got to understand. Morris Science Simple America has extreme power. I don't take nothing from it. It has a theocratic government, just like it said. But they got to get an understanding of what that means, having a theocratic government. See what I'm saying? Because Allah lead the United States of America Republic as well.
I agree. Right.
You see what I'm saying? It ain't just gotta be a religious organization that he leading, because all through the book, if you read the Bible, and that's what I'm saying, your understanding gotta be correct.
Right.
In the Bible, he got priests, which is the Israelites, and they doing what they supposed to do when they go up in that tent with him. And guess what? And he got King David and Solomon and them that's doing what? Putting that sword on boys when they get out of order. That's the government. We gotta have both. It gotta be a balance. Without the balance, you ain't on nothing.
Okay.
You ain't on nothing. Because this government gonna enforce against other governments what they can't do to you. That's what this government gonna do. Black Panthers out there running around with guns and all that. Y'all, you got to be out your mind. Don't carry no guns. Well, we got to protect ourselves. Okay, become a marshal in your government and carry a gun. But now you got a license to carry a gun on behalf of your state government. Then you just walk around an individual citizen with guns. You're going to get a bullet in your head. Read the Libra Code.
I read it, but go ahead.
You feel me?
Right.
If you got weapons, you not know what? Peaceful inhabitant.
There you go. Right.
You see what I'm saying? They need to watch the movie The Predator. What the Predator do? Grab you.
Kill whatever had a weapon.
If you got weapons, if you got guns, if you a dude, he hunt you down and kill you. If you ain't got no weapons, you peaceful, he let you go. He don't want to hunt you. They telling you, man. Know what you already said it. Don't even carry a pocket knife. You think this man ain't read the legal code? He already know what's up. He know what they finna do. They got all them caskets. It ain't just for the people they finna kill.
That's right.
You gotta learn the law. These people finna have to leave your country. Guess what else that means? They gotta go to all these cemeteries and dig these bodies up and get them out your country.
Exactly.
They can't leave these dead buried in your land. They gotta get them out of here.
So let me ask you this question. So I was having this discussion on the west side with the Moors. What are they in?
Oh, you talking about the Moors Council of Post?
Yeah, Moors Council of Post, right? And this is something that I want you to answer because I noticed that Moors have a tendency of ducking away from this answer. But I know you're not going to duck away. I know you're going to give me the truth. Now, we know that there's something called, how can I put it? There's something called a Manchurian candidate, or what we call, we're going to say MK Ultra. You know what I'm saying? And my things with a lot of Moors is that I understand what you just basically said is the honest to God truth. But the problem is that they got white boys out here, right? That will go to the military, get brainwashed, get put underneath the machines. This ain't no conspiracy theory. This is honest to God truth.
Okay, what's the question then?
The question is, will you be ready if one of these white boys try to come up in here?
Infiltrate.
Yeah, no. Listen what I'm saying. This is what I'm trying to.
Okay, you're a Hebrew Israelite, right?
Yes.
Okay, listen to what my answer.
Go ahead.
When God with me, who can stand against me?
That's all I need to know. But but what I'm saying.
When my God with me,
Right.
who can stand against me?
Nobody.
So why you ask me that question?
Because most Moors feel that it's not gonna happen.
Your ancestors working with you.
Okay.
You got to do the work here. Know what
Okay.
you at least said it back then.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna leave now, and I'm gonna go on the plane of spirit where I can do what? What the devil can't hide from me. I'm gonna go fight for you there now.
Right.
See, we gotta get an understanding of the spiritual and the flesh. A lot of Moors, they claim they adapts, they claim they this, they claim they that, but they don't know nothing.
Yeah, astral projection.
You see what I'm saying?
Right,
They don't know nothing, because if they did, then guess what they'll know? Yeah, the spiritual plays a role in it, but your ancestors fighting on the spiritual plane.
I agree with that. Right.
It's certain things you got to do on this plane manifest in flesh, so that what they're doing on that plane, you can manifest the things that you're trying to make manifest here.
Right.
Okay? And the things that you put into thought and that you trying to manifest here, that you talking into existence here, allows them to be able to fight that battle on that plane so that it manifests here. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So if we really get into the prophet's lessons the way we supposed to, you see what I'm saying? I ain't been through no Abdel chamber, but I understand that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So if we really understand as much as we say, then more should not be And that's why I wanted to break that down on nationality. And it's another part of that. I'm going to go find it. But it's basically telling you, matter of fact, it's the definition. Hold on. Go ahead and read it.
Hey, bro, you from out west too, bro? Okay. Are you? I don't mean no disrespect. Are you? Don't you look like one of the members of Do or Die? Real talk. Don't you look like dude from Do or Die? That's what I was
Why
thinking.
you just ask him, is he?
I don't know. I ain't want to ask him was he a member of Do or Die, man.
That's me.
Are you a member of Do or Die? I knew he was. I know. I wasn't stupid, bro. I'm like, I keep, and I want to keep glancing at the nigga. I'm like, nigga, I know this nigga. I was listening to this nigga since I was in high school. I'm like,
Did you go down on the song? What was your name on the record?
No. No.
I know he remember.
You left. You left first. Did you leave?
You
You
never
stayed? You rap?
Let me ask you a question. You know a dude, short dude by the name of Jawala? One of
Oh,
your
you talking about Joao. Okay.
one of your members had a song with Jawala. His name is Jawala Cantrell. He cool, but you know.
I don't know who that is.
But I knew you looked for me.
Man, you put on some weight, man.
I've been the same size for.
You been the same size, bro.
Even on your albums, you wasn't that big.
Bro,
I was bigger on I used to wear 3X.
let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you like this. When Bang mentioned the West Side, first thing I did, I said, when he first walked out, I said, ain't that nigga from doing that? I'm like, wait a minute. I said, but I don't want to be disrespectful and say that because I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want you because I'm you know, I'm like, look at, I'm blessing this nigga. Like, I know this nigga was all one of them was a Do or Die. Yep, I knew it.
Good to meet you.
Shake
bro.
my hand, man. I'm a fan, bro. Real
Man,
talk.
what you doing, man? Dang,
What do you do?
you throwing stuff. You just knocking stuff over. Nah, ain't nothing in there. I just fell.
Watch this.
So you went to the Morris Council and Post too, huh? Never made it over there?
Nah,
That's a good thing,
One
man.
can charge me.
That's a good thing, man.
And then, what made me think about it, I was like, man. Then I got to reading like, man, this is free. So as I'm reading now, I'm getting the knowledge like,
Yeah.
this is free, man.
All right, listen to this. State.
Mm-hmm.
The political system of a body of people who are politically organized. The system of rules by which jurisdiction and authority are exercised over such a body of people. Separation of church and state. Also termed political society, nation, international law. So now you got Moors, they're going to argue you down. Moors Science of America, body of politics, blah, 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 blah. It being a body of politics don't mean it's a political society. Okay? Politics and religion is two different things. Okay. A state is a community of persons living within certain limits of territory under a permanent organization which aims to secure the prevalence of justice by self-imposed law. So Moore's gonna say, well, that's more sound simple all day long. But here go the kicker.
Go ahead.
Watch this here. Act 6, Noble Drew Ali said what? You must proclaim, this is a new era of time now, and all men must now proclaim a free national name in the government in which they live in and the nations of the earth, right? Now watch, listen to this next part. Now you tell me if this more science or if this United States of America Republic, our government, watch. It says, the organ of the state by which its relations with other states are managed is the government.
It's the Morris Science Temple.
What?
That's the Morris Science. That's the Moors, right?
Tell me what state the Moorish Science Temple interacting in with other governments. With other governments.
They don't have one.
Listen to what it says. The organ of the state by which its relations with other states
Like they dealing with other states.
are managed is the government. Moorish Science Temple ain't no state, man.
Right.
It does not interact with other states.
Mm.
It does not interact with other state governments, where other state governments are recognizing it as being a state government.
They not.
So why do
Not
certain
yet.
laws teach
So now, it ain't ever. That 10-10-5905 is the Articles of Incorporation of Moorish Science Temple America. The Moorish Science Temple America, it's a body of politics, but it's a religious corporation. If you study corporate law, you understand a corporation cannot act outside of the bylaws of the Articles of Incorporation. Okay? It can't act outside the Articles of Incorporation, of what that corporation was formed to do. Okay? That 10-10-5905 is telling you it's set up to set up missions and to propagate the faith of Ali in America. That's the main purpose of it. But, like I said before, if you pay attention to the prophet and follow his footsteps, you can't go wrong. The man is telling you, I took what I bought you and I enshrouded it in religion to keep the Europeans from molesting what I bought you. When you look the word enshroud up, it means hidden from plain sight. Moorish Science Temple America is not hidden, ain't never been hidden. He kept that up front. And it's hiding something inside of it. And that thing that it's been hiding all this time inside of it, from plain sight from the Europeans, is a state government. Your state. That flag do not mean Moorish Science Temple of America. That's not what that flag means. In order to be a state, you need a flag. Look at all the states over here. Even these states that's not on the international level. The state of Illinois, all these states got what? Their own flags. Show me the Moorish Science Temple of America flag. Real simple. If it's a state, show me the flag for it. Because it ain't that one.
That would be the first thing people point to.
It ain't that one. No, you at least say this flag over 10,000 years old. That can't be the flag because Moorish Science Temple was established in 1913, 1926. That ain't it either. That ain't it either. You see what I'm saying though?
So let me ask you a question. So what is the original Moorish flag? If that ain't it,
I can't say what the original Moorish flag is,
Mm-hmm.
but I can tell you this.
Okay.
God sent me a prophet here, and my prophet said that that's my flag,
Okay.
and that it's over 10,000 years old. I'm not finna get out of the prophet's footsteps trying to figure out what flag was first and what flag is this. I just told you I don't do that. I stay right with the prophet.
Okay.
Prophet say, this your flag, it's over 10,000 years old, it's red with a green 5-point star in the center. That's my flag. That's the flag of my forefathers and my ancestors, and I'm supposed to line back up with them. Not create a new flag with a sword and all this other stuff on it. Not create a flag with Mayotte wings and the green 5-point star and all the pyramids and all this other stuff on it. This is my flag right here.
Now you do know that.
So anybody that done created, anybody that done created a new flag,
right.
then they're saying that their ancestors only came into existence with this new flag.
Right then and there.
Right then and there.
Right. Now, babe.
I'm not going to take no new flag over what my prophet said,
Babe.
that my flag over 10,000 years old.
I agree, but babe, I'm gonna let you know something.
What?
You about this much. This much is a chosen few. I'm trying to tell you. He a chosen few, bro.
I let him know that all the time, but I don't really care who don't like him. It's about
It's not the point that who don't like him, but that's why I'm glad this is recorded.
I done read the comments on asshole on you know what I'm saying? He don't even respond to it.
And I understand that.
He don't respond to it.
But what I'm saying is, can I speak from a Hebrew Israelite perspective? Now, when it come down to, how can I put this? Let's say, because you do know you're gonna have some resistance.
That's
No,
what
you
anything.
already said.
No. I know. Listen to what I'm saying.
That's what he said.
So can I ask you a
There's
question?
always resistance
Right.
to something.
So if it come down to being violent,
What about that? Now I'm off the west side of Chicago.
okay, that's all I want to know. Okay, that's all I want to know. No, because listen, pause for a second, because them Moors on the west side, they was like, no, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. I don't
If
believe.
somebody trying to hurt, if
I
somebody
know who he
trying to
is.
hurt
So
you,
that,
I'm from the west side.
okay.
if somebody trying to hurt you, you have no point.
There you go. And that's all I want to know. And that's it. That's it, bro. That's all.
Let me tell you something.
You ain't got to understand.
Let me tell you something. See, this is what you gotta understand.
Right.
When your God is really with you, guess what? It never get that far.
There you go.
It never get that far.
Okay.
When I was in the county jail, this old man, some youngsters got ready to get into a fight. He told them, go get Cannon Bey, go get Cannon Bey. I came in there, diffused the whole everything just by talking. He said, I told you gonna come here and shut it down just by talking. Shut the whole thing down just by talking. You see what I'm saying? See, this how you tell if more is really in their studies. Because in the Quran, it tell you Allah speak through man.
Man, right.
You see what I'm saying? Through a prophet and through angels. You see what I'm saying? So now, I'm talking. Those that don't hear, which everybody ain't supposed to hear. The prophet said that I ain't gonna wake all y'all up at one time. Because y'all dangerous people, you'll tear something up. So the ones that aren't waking up are the ones that's supposed to wake up right now to take their place in their government, to run their government. So as the rest of them start waking up, you got your government in place to start keeping order again. Because without your government being in place, as they wake up, it's going to be chaos and mayhem because they're going to start doing any old thing like you see some of them doing right now. Because it ain't nobody there to keep the order. Okay? So, man, come on, man. I ain't worried about no violence, no nothing, man. I wish somebody would.
That's all I want to hear. That's it. That's all I want
You
to
know,
hear.
man, you know what happened to people that mess with the anointing of God, man?
I already know.
I'm not worried.
Well, I know I'm anointed. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
I ain't worried.
There you go.
I did not just tell you I done been ran over by cars, blowed up,
There you go.
and head-on collisions on the expressway and everything else.
There you
And
go.
you think I'm worried about what some guy gonna do?
There you go. Yeah.
And didn't have no seatbelt on in the head-on collision on Lakeshore Drive. No seatbelt. Only thing happened to me was this eye right here. Got cut in half this way, along the bottom, and in this corner. They had to pull this back together, stitch it together. They had to pull my eyelid back together like this and stitch it together. Then they had to hold it open like this and stitch the bottom of it back together. But other than that, nothing else was wrong with me.
Nice.
Nothing. Nothing. You think Mike Tyson can hit hard? Be in the head-on collision on the expressway and see how that feel when you hit that steering wheel.
I don't want to know.
See how that feel.
I already know what pain feel like, man.
Okay.
I will show you
Believe me, I
mine.
know.
I will show you mine, but I don't want to. I got
Yeah,
to put out my
what
pants.
You
and
get
put
one
my-
on me.
Any more questions, man?
That's
My
it.
question is,
Go ahead.
now what I mentioned earlier, when I had the understanding that lawyers and judges shouldn't be practicing law in this country because they're not Moors. Was I right or was or is it just that they have to find jurisdiction over you for them to be right?
You're wrong.
Okay, break that down.
They're not practicing law. They administrate. The judges are sitting in the seats as trustees and administrators for the native-born people here in this country until you get your government up and running with your own courts. Then they no longer have to sit in those seats and do the administration over our states for us as a nation of people. They're not practicing law. They're administrating estates.
I understand that.
That's why they call it administrator.
Right.
So they ain't practicing law. See, that's simple, man. That's, we always gonna operate with them principles of not nonsense, but
Man,
common
see,
sense.
that's why I told you last night, man. That's why I called you, man. That's why I called you, man.
I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't wanna fuck with me. Got the police busting at me, but they can't do nothing to the G.